Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got some more Monster High news to talk about. Today we're going to be talking about the new Buried Secrets Wave 2 dolls, because, we got pictures of those now. So, recently, and by recently I do mean like as of yesterday, if you order these dolls on Amazon, if you order the Buried Secrets series on Amazon, they will send you series 2. So people have been getting them, we've gotten a lot of in-person photos, and there's a lot to talk about with them, some unfortunate aspects, but also it's just fun to talk about new stuff, and since I don't intend on ordering any of these, I'm waiting for them to hit stores. This is all I can really do for now. So thank you to my friend Maddie Dolls for sending me all of the photos I'm going to be using in this video, though there are also some from a Reddit post that I'm going to use because she did not get Draculaura, but this Redditor did. So all credits will be in the description. Let's begin. So this came to people's attention yesterday when the user Smoke Good Tree posted on Reddit showing that they received Buried Secrets Wave 2. They received Draculaura and Toralei. It looks like Toralei's fairly common so far because, once again, my friend Maddie Dolls also received Toralei. So it seems like you're very likely to get her, which means I should order one, but I also don't have Amazon Prime, meaning I'd have to pay shipping, which I hate doing because there's nothing else that I want to buy on Amazon. I already have all the dolls that I want, unfortunately. But it's really nice to see her, although there are some unfortunate aspects which we will get to. So here are the 3 dolls that my friend received. We have Clawdeen, Toralei, and Frankie. She sent me a bunch of close-up photos of all 3 of them, including the interiors of their boxes, so we'll go through them one by one, starting with Toralei, because I want to talk about her. I want to get my yap session in. Also, that's probably going to be the bulk of the video. Just me talking about Toralei. So, okay, maybe I should start with someone else then. So, right away, I noticed that these dolls have more detail to their ties than they did in the original Toy Fair photos. If you don't remember, the first time we got to see these dolls was because a bunch of influencers saw them at Toy Fair and posted photos online. So, in those photos, they all had solid colored ties. Like, they were, for example, Clawdeen's was purple, Frankie's was blue, Toralei's was also purple. But here, they're not just like a solid color, they have things painted on. Clawdeen has a moon and a star, a crescent moon, of course, and then she's also got like what looks like maybe zebra stripes or something. I can't really tell, it's pixelated. And that's a big issue with these dolls. Pixelation. They have pixelated screenings. I don't know what the word for it is, but like basically Mattel does this thing, I think it's like screen printing or something, where it's like cheaper. And it looks cheaper. They do it with Barbie. That's how you end up with those dolls that have pixelated screenings. The paint is also way harder to take off when it's pixelated like that. It's still doable, but it's like, the paint is very durable. So, yeah, you can remove it, but I've heard it's way harder, so that's not good. Especially because when the dolls have pixelated screenings like this, people like to repaint them to not be pixelated. So, yeah. Clawdeen, you can kind of see it with her. I'd say her screening probably looks the best, actually. Her eyebrows are placed pretty well. Her eyes themselves look a little lopsided. She's low-key got the bi flag going on for her eye makeup. Yeah, she's kind of like wearing the bi flag for her eye makeup. She's got like the blue, purple, and the pink. That's kind of funny, actually. I didn't notice that until right now. Her outfit's alright, overall. Like, it's cute, like, I don't hate it. I don't know. One thing I do want to say is that I like these dolls, like, faces. I can imagine what they would look like not pixelated. I like what they were doing with them. Like, the lips look really cute. I like the, kind of, like, ombre look that the lips have going on. I like Clawdeen having, like, little twists in her hair. It would have been nice if her whole hair was done up in that, because we have yet to get a Clawdeen to have, like, a fully, like, textured or protective hairstyle. It would be cool to get a Clawdeen with a full head of either braids or twists, but I guess that day is not today. Anyway, she looks good overall. I also got these photos of the inside of her locker. She seems to have Venus's pet hanging out with her for some reason. I don't know why. But there's also some references to her upcoming cake decorating doll. You can see at the bottom of the locker that there is a recipe with a cake on it, and when you turn the box to the side, in the middle, you can see that there is the concept artwork for her cake decorating doll. with the face cut off. There is also the artwork for for Skulltimate Secrets, Hauntlywood Mysteries Caddy on the wall. Very interesting. So it does seem like they're teasing that collection, which makes sense. It's releasing basically around the same time that these are. So you do want to remind kids, hey, look, you could go get better dolls. There's nothing too interesting on this side of the wall. I mean, we've got her jacket from the After Ghoul Activities set. Okay, so that is kind of something, because that seems to be her After Ghoul Activities, the 2-pack with Laguna, that's going to be exclusive to Costco later this year. Since they're teasing it, I assume that means that the pack is, in fact, still going to release. It'd be weird if it didn't. I believe it's going to be a Costco exclusive. I don't really spy any other particular, references worth pointing out, so yeah, I think we're done talking about Clawdeen for now. Alright, on to Frankie. Unfortunately, as much as I usually love their dolls, this is probably my least favorite Frankie to date. They just don't look very good to me. Their lips don't have the same ombre as everybody else's, which is already disappointing. But then the pink blush looks so odd against their blue skin tone. I don't like the way it looks. I do appreciate Frankie having more piercings, though. I think that's pretty cute. And overall, their makeup's not bad, again, minus the blushing. I like the stitch over the nose, kind of reminds me of, that style where people wear bandages over their nose. You put, a little colorful band-aid over your nose. What is that? Visual? That's not Visual K. What the hell am I talking about? I can't think of the word right now, but I know it's a thing. I still can't think of the word. Great. Anyway, Frankie's tie also has more detailing. They've got zipper earrings, it looks like. I'm just not a big fan of their outfit either. I like the puffy sleeves, but, the shorts being sewn on, it just looks bad. But, yeah. Also, this Frankie's leg is removable. You can just kind of pop it off if you want to. So I have a feeling in the future when these dolls end up at, flea markets and stuff, we're going to be seeing a lot of legless Frankies. So now we have the interior of Frankie's box, in which we have Nefra's new pet, Lavish, flying around, as well as, it looks like Cleo's backpack and a bag for Nefra. So, it seems like Frankie's having a study date with Cleo, and I guess Nefra is third wheeling. Kind of weird to third wheel your sister's date, but okay. So, that seems to be what's going on there. And it looks like at the bottom, again, we have a teaser for Frankie's upcoming Create a Pet playset. We can see all the pieces and the playset thing. And on this side, you can actually see Frankie's lab coat. I believe that's what it is at least, and the stethoscope, so definitely seems to be what it is. We've also got another teaser for Scary Sweet Birthday. Is that a Frankie figure? Hold on, I need to zoom in on this myself, because that looks like a little tiny Frankie figure on the side of the box there. It is! It's the Comic-Con exclusive Frankie set. The black and white Frankie set. That's so cute, actually. I kind of love that they included that. It's on, the third, row of stuff. If you can see it. I hope you guys can see it. I hope you can see what I'm talking about. Anyway, on this side of the box, we have a teaser for Welcome Committee Frankie down in the corner. So, I'm hoping that means this doll is still happening. Please. I don't know. I just really hope they do. And there's also a teaser for the upcoming, the fucking potions. The potions! That's what they're called. The potions figures. You can see the Frankie with lightning bolt pigtails. So yeah, pretty cute references, but there doesn't seem to be anything new. I mean, there's a Mad Science Fair thing, but I don't know, is that a teaser for an upcoming line, or is it just a reference to Frankie creating the pets? I don't know. Finally, Toralei, we're finally getting to her. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are expecting me to say I'm disappointed with the Pixelated screening, and I am. I was so happy to finally get my side glance Toralei. I've only been begging for it for years and years and years. And it's finally happened. We finally got a Toralei with a side glance. I had a feeling this doll was going to have a side glance just because of how much fun and creative liberty they seem to have taken with the previous Buried Secrets collection. So of course I wasn't surprised that they did that here as well. Not to mention she even has the exact same colors as her Hisfits doll hair-wise. The same shade of purple and the same shade of orange. So this doll feels like she was tailor-made for me. Hisfits Toralei hair and a side glance, you know? Like, it really feels like they were like, what would Courtly Jester want? And they did that. They probably didn't. I think I'm just deranged. But it feels like they did, you know? Like, it feels like this was tailor-made for me. And that's what makes it so much more disappointing that these dolls had to be budget cut to have pixelated screenings. Because, like, again, this is what I wanted for years. A side glance Toralei. I love her makeup, except for the blush. The blush is a bit too much, but I love it. I love everything here. But then they made it pixelated, and it's just, like, so disappointing. But I would never denounce a Toralei doll. Honestly, I like all of her dolls. There's not a single Toralei release that I dislike, and I don't think there ever will be. They could serve me the shittiest looking doll known to man, and as long as it's Toralei, I'm not gonna hate it. Like, even Great Scarier Reef Toralei, I still like that doll, and I hate mermaid dolls. I despise mermaid dolls, and I still love Great Scarier Reef Toralei. Okay, I don't love her, but I like her, you know? That's what I mean. I feel like it's the same thing here. I like this doll. She's a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get her in stores. I'm waiting for her to appear in stores because I don't want to order online and be sent like Frankie or something. With my luck, I would get Frankie because they're my least favorite. I swear to God, that's what would happen. Toralei's outfit overall is pretty cute. I like the details added to the tie. Like I said, in the original Toy Fair photos we saw, their ties were all unpainted, undetailed. They were just a solid color, essentially. So it's nice to see it have like music notes and the little chain painted in. Also, the skirt looks really stupid with the one ruffle, but I kind of like it. Like, I kind of fuck with it, you know? Alright, and now we're on to Toralei's locker. So this is the one I was most excited to look through and see all the references in. So obviously we've got the Hisfits in the backdrop, we've got Meowlity and Persephone's guitars, as well as a drum set. Yeah, that's right, Meowlity's a drummer in the show. Or was Persephone the drummer? One of them is a drummer in the show. So who's playing the other guitar? I guess Toralei is? I don't know. I don't remember. I only watched the one episode of the show, and I forgot everything that happened in it, so... yeah. We got the fur and the shirt, the extra, like, jersey that came with the Hisfits set. We've got all of their accessories from the Hisfits set, actually. Even the oat milk. Everything is there. Every single thing that came with the Hisfits pack is there. As well as Caddy's stuff and Toralei's diary. And Caddy's pet. I don't know what Caddy's doing here, but I guess she just wanted to hang out. So on this side of the locker, we have a picture of Toralei with her ugly-ass mom. We've got a fear book reference there. There's also something that says Screech and Debate, so maybe we're gonna get a second wave, another wave of, like, reused characters in the fear book collection. I don't know. We've got Toralei's her tail tambourine, and then we have her Hisfits backpack and her guitar. Okay, so she does play the guitar. She came with one. How did I forget that? I'm not at my best today. And we have her jacket from the fear book collection as well. On this side of the box, starting from the top, we have the mirror, which has music notes painted onto it. There's a Caddy poster that it seems like Caddy signed. There is also a picture of the Werecat twins and Toralei in her... That looks like the same artwork from the fear book collection, so I'm going to say that's her fear book look. The only new thing that I see here that could potentially be teasing another doll is that doubles match poster. It seems like maybe they're implying a tennis 2-pack at one point. I don't know. But yeah, and then at the bottom we have the Hisfits poster from the Monster Fest collection. So that's everything in Toralei's box. I like it. I would definitely keep this. So that just leaves Draculaura, who I do not have as detailed of photos of. I just got this one from this user's Reddit post, so thank you, Smoke Good Tree, on Reddit. Your username is hilarious. So this is what Draculaura looks like. She looks pretty cute. I like the way her lips look. The blush works the best on her. It definitely feels like they should have picked characters that they knew the blush would look good on, and then we wouldn't have gotten this. But yeah, overall, Draculaura looks the best with the blush. Her screening is cute. I like that she's forward-facing. They did a good job with that. It's really nice to see that they're finally playing around with Draculaura's screening, because for the first 2 years of G3, Draculaura didn't get any screening variations. Because, like, what, we started... Yeah, when did we start? In, like, 2022? 2023? I don't remember. I don't remember. We didn't get our first forward-facing Draculaura until Garden Mysteries, though, which released last year? Yeah, 2024. So it took them a while to finally do it, and now we're just kind of seeing them do it casually, just whenever. And this doll looks pretty good face-wise. Her outfit's not bad. She's honestly one I wouldn't mind getting, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get her. The only one I'm going to go out of my way to get is Toralei, because I'm a deranged little freak. Overall, this lineup is cute, but I do think Mattel should have just given them normal screenings. I hate the screen printing and how cheap it looks. Like, come on, I hate that they did this to the faces. I almost think we should let this line flop just so that Mattel knows we don't want them to do this anymore. But I feel like this line will sell probably worse than Series 1, again, because the designs are a bit more unappealing, the designs are nowhere near as good as Series 1 was, and because of the cheaper screenings. So these are going to sell worse regardless. The only one that's going to sell okay is Toralei, because I'm going to be going out of my way to get every single one that I can find. But yeah, that's about it. That's everything I wanted to say about them. So yeah, I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you to the users who posted these photos so we could see the dolls. Once again, I've credited both of them in the description and mentioned both of their usernames multiple times in the video. But yeah, overall, I think this series is okay. It could have been better, and I don't know if it could have been worse, actually. I feel like this is as worse as it could have been, so we've already seen the worst. But yeah, overall, I'm excited to look for Toralei in the stores, and if I ever found Draculaura at like a flea market or something, I'd probably buy her too. I like the Clawdeen also. Like, if I'm being honest, I do like the Clawdeen. The only one I really dislike is Frankie, which is crazy because I'm usually a big fan of their dolls. This one's just not that great to me. But anyway, feel free to let me know what your opinions are. I can't talk today. Let me know what your opinions are in the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!